In Revelation chapter 12, it speaks about the devil being cast down and him coming down to the earth, knowing that his time is short and he'll have great wrath. When it comes to bullies, they may have a reputation as such that all they need to do is just rage, and a lot of people back down. But then there'll be the one person at times, the one person from God, whose arms are strengthened by him, they have a backbone strengthened by the Lord, and they will not back down. Kind of like how Haman, when he saw everyone else bowing down to him, but Mordecai refused, he got angry. But it didn't matter how angry he got. It didn't matter what kind of laws he implemented. Mordecai would not bow down. David and Goliath. For 40 days, Goliath was taunting, and yes, he was a formidable foe, looking about 9 feet 6 inches tall. He was a formidable foe, taunting the army of Israel to select a man to come and fight him. Winner takes all. And because of his size, a lot of people backed down. They hid in fear until David showed up. Jezebel, raging through the nation, killing the Lord's prophets until Jehu showed up. So bullies, they can intimidate people. Sometimes a well-deserved reputation, so to speak, because of things they've done in times past. Maybe they've made an example of others who crossed them, and they raged and they put them down. So they can rely on previous things. They rage. They create a storm. But also in Revelation 12, verse 11 states that we overcome the enemy with the blood of the Lamb, the word of our testimony, and we do not love our lives even when faced with death. So for some messengers of Satan, they're going to come across a child of God who is a soldier for the Lord Jesus Christ. And that soldier will not back down under any circumstances, no matter how much the enemy rages. And if that devil wants a fight, then they're going to have a fight. But one of the things in the battle of David and Goliath, it wasn't just a fight between two men. It was a fight between gods. David representing Yahweh. Goliath representing Dagon. We all know how that worked out. Likewise on Mount Carmel, Elijah against the prophets of Baal. We all know how that turned out. Jezebel, she was thrown down. She also represented Baal. So bullies, they used to bullying, having their way, having others capitulate, sometimes with very little effort. But eventually comes the end of the road when a bully meets someone who is not a bully, but a person will not back down. The person has the backing of the Lord Jesus Christ. There's a time when the Lord told his apostles, his disciples, about turning the other cheek. Then there's a time he told them, if you do not have a sword, you get one. Now this is not about physical conflict, but it's about standing up. Because a lot of things are going on. And the Lord, not only does he look for people who will stand in the gap to pray, the Lord will look for people. He prepares people who will stand up to wage war against the enemy. The look on a bully's face at times, not only when the person they're trying to bully stands up, when the person actually fights back. And the person who fights back has the backing of the Lord Jesus Christ. The Lord is coming back, as in Revelation 19, to judge and to wage war against his enemies. Eventually, playtime will be over, and all the bullies will be dealt with. And by the way, if you see someone who's standing up to a bully or other bullies, and especially if that's something that you're not willing to do, then please pray for the individual. Because there's a battle in the Bible. Joshua was leading the army of Israel in a physical battle, And Moses was on the mountain, and whenever he raised his hands, you can look at that as praise, giving honor to the Lord. But whenever he raised his hand or his hands, the Israelites had a victory. Whenever he lowered his hands, the Amalekites started prevailing. And Aaron and Hur went and girded the arms of Moses to help ensure Joshua and the Israelites who were fighting the physical battle, that they prevailed. So when you see someone handling a bully, when you see the enemy raging at them, then I encourage you, stand behind the person. If not physically, stand behind the person in prayer to ensure the person is truly not fighting alone, even though God is with the individual. You can also look at 2 Kings 3. Elisha told the 3 kings that they'll prevail in the battle. But the Moabite king was so desperate that he killed his own son, sacrificed his son to a god. The Israelites, the kings of Israel, Judah, and Edom were so disgusted that they turned around. Ensure that the enemy does not prevail. If you're not the one standing up against the bully, at least stand with those who are standing against the bully. Keep that person or those individuals covered in prayer. It's the least you can do. And if you're the one selected, do not be afraid when confronting a bully, especially when the Lord is with you. And as it is written, if God be for you, who can be against you?